just got there in time to get out of basically their way. In the back door went, then I got in to drive and,
Anything in particular transpired from that point until they go there? You're sitting back there.
well, I didn't.
I'm just gonna get pretty simple.
Using the back seat behind you. And I didn't want to say that, it might be the size.
Yeah. Your Honor, it's a little confusing, actually, when it picks up again. And this is just the way that the disc is set up. This is, we had a copy of this audio recording, how it happened. We actually need to go back to page 27. And where we're going to wind up beginning is, and Detective, I would ask if you could go back to the beginning so we can replay and start from the beginning. Where this tape is going to pick up is under DS. I got around the back, right there. A, the car, back door. Right around that area where we're looking up.
Okay, and then it should play through to the end.
It'll play through to the end. from
Right,
there.
okay.
I apologize for that. I should have done that before we started this.
Oh, right, we've tried from the beginning of this second file, I guess it is, or segment. Go ahead.
Back door was already open on the other side. I don't know who got it open. I just got there in time to get out of basically their way. In the back door went, then I got in to drive and,
Anything in particular transpired from that point until they go there? You're sitting back there.
well, I didn't.
I'm just gonna get pretty simple.
Using the back seat behind you. And I didn't want to say it, my goofy size and front and just, I just covered him, I don't know. I don't, you know, but no, he wasn't.
Do you know if one of them might have left his hand in the sitting back?
He just kept asking him about if, you know, he knew where any of this money was and, did he have $6 million to, you know, somewhere to get, did he call, thought he might like when to get it, or, you know, that's what they really wanted to ask him. You know, because it doesn't do any good, you know.
What phones were you using? Were you using your phone to call Bill?
All for good, I'm doing.
What phone number you call Bill at?
It is 606. 660 383 6006. 383. There's one that he had Andy using. Well, two different ones that he had Andy using, but then I don't know what they would have.
660
No, 417. 549 1010 and 549 491. And Andy had both the 1010 and 1001. Before I let Jennifer that was still with him and shouting to her cell phone. And then, you know, when she moved out, we got the phone back from her, changed the number on that, and that's when Randy carried it in. It's been up there street right now.
What restaurant was it good?
That kind of was, you know, if they don't take it, put the gas in, and it's that water in the truck. Or, you know, where it's.
So you guys did ask us, we were there about money and everything like that on the way back. What was it from?
He said, you got the wrong guy, I don't have money like that, I don't have anything, I don't have. you know, when it came out, but, you know, you got the wrong guy, and I think we finally went, you know, well, why do you think we got the wrong guy? He said, what, you know, we looked for, what, getting all right. You know, well, Jeffrey, Martin, or W, or whatever. And I said, Jeffrey W. Well, he said, I'm Jeffrey.
So what about, you don't realize it? And you just get on things
What the heck supposed to do?
I don't know.
I don't know. What those are, I don't know. I don't know what it was, you know, it's not what special is. So what techniques do you have to try to get money out of it?
We talk about that in it?
No, no.
On this particular trip, Billy, before we left or during, while you're on the trip, Billy told you to bring it back.
No, no, that was never the plan, was to bring them all the way back. We were supposed to have this help up there, and as soon as we had it, take him wherever, and, get the bank routing numbers and all, and just do the transfer out of his checking account, and so we didn't have change. Little son, I didn't have any like that. You know, which, what do you want to say? No, it makes sense. There never was any more. So, I knew there wasn't any help at all. But,
You guys, this guy, when you picked him up, did he have anything with him when you picked him up?
but bring here some computer.
He had checked the briefcase and signed it.
It's, trying to explain more. And other than that, just check what the $5,000 but we don't, you know, nothing. His computer was new, but anyway, that's nothing like that. So, did you have to help him? You know, there was a problem. Did you ever get a deal? You don't know about that. Maybe probably no breeze. Then we call Diane, a good swimmer. I longer hair mine. Taller than mine. Other than better DEA or whatever, I don't know. I don't know that highway that much across from Diamond. We got to settle. I don't remember about that. Whatever Billy had, I didn't even look at what was in the bag. I didn't want to look at what was in the bag, I just let the garbage bag tied up.
I can Billy, you pick it up myself.
This is the same way he does a good thing. I don't know. I don't know if they did that, I just had to go pick it up.
Yes, Shane? Yes. You call Will immediately? Okay, good, thank you.
No, we think that's small. Come on. Because the lady smoke pretty good. They go outside.
We might see about getting some there for assistance for
Well, that's what I mean, I'm not, I just don't want to get done, I go for it. And be able to, you get the money sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. And,
Yeah.
because it's something we haven't been drinking the sun and my dad and whatever. You know, George always reported that, you know, oh, it's not him, not him, oh, no, but you know. The George was,
Did Billy tell you that Roy gave him $10,000 to finance this whole deal?
I didn't take the way to the bank and the council. The very first thing, but of course, Billy didn't want to check for $10,000.
Yeah.
There's when, you know, corporate person years later.
So this was the finance trip out there to, Missouri. How much of that money did you use? 2,000. Any idea what Billy did with the rest of it? Yeah, since you supposedly made all the mistakes on the first trip, you had to finance the second trip. And, you know, where were we supposed to meet these guys at there on the second trip?
They contact us.
They would contact you. And when it never happened, what happened? How long was the wait?
Well, if we didn't get done the first night, then you blew it again, no, might double it up again.
Yeah. Then you said bring back.
No, not until he just kept leading us on, going down the hill. Well, go on as far as, in Pennsylvania, they were supposed to do Clearfield. No, that changed now. They were set in the parking lot, changed every day in an hour. No, get out of there, get out of there, don't be sitting around there. It's hot there, it's some bullshit. So, you know, head toward Cleveland.
And just went on that way until,
And then, okay, so you head on down to Indy, and head on down to Vietnam. They just kept leading on.
when was it they finally said bring it back here?
I don't remember exactly what. Yeah, I don't remember. Whether that was, if it was the middle of Illinois, or if it was, I think it was like, I mean, something like that in the Illinois.
So when they were to get you to do this, or where, convince you to do this, was it the prospect of getting money? Or was it because he was threatening you and your family? Okay.
Well, like Lonnie and I talked about it, you know, Andy's not the sharpest kid in the world. You know, so, but Lonnie and I talked about, like, we were just afraid I'm going to be the wrong guy, and just these people that happen at 5 minutes. There's not going to be any money. What are we going to do when there is no money? You know, or it's the wrong person. You know, who's going to believe us? Who's going to, you know, you know, well, that, so, in a sense, it's like, neither one of us thought was going to be in the right position to keep protecting, you know, my dad, my son, you know, that's.
So he threatened, Billy threatened,
Oh, not that it be him, but, you know.
if this wasn't done, or if it wasn't done right, both. Yeah, both.
Yeah.
How old is your dad?
83.
But Derek was living with him at the time,
Yes, yes.
I'm trying to get some things straight out on all this, as far as, you know, what Billy was saying and what like that. You know, we have any custody?
Yes. Yeah, that's why I'm saying, and that's why I was asking, I hope you know, any military, you know, back there, really. Now, I heard something about, and I don't even remember who said it, but it was just bullshit talk to ambulance one night about the union stuff. Like, no, never even, you know.
Who said that?
I didn't even know that. I don't remember who, I'm not bullshitting on this. I had a few beers, and somebody said something about that, and I think it was my ex, Becky Turner. You know, that's so that she heard what they just had something to do with that, a bunch of bullshit.
Was that because, she said that you think because
I don't know, that may be, but no, I don't know anything about that. And I'm surprised because I've heard really big things. No, I don't know.
Did Barker know her?
I would think so. I mean, hell, I knew, when I first moved to town, 26 years ago. On Green and Charlie Vincent was when I saw him for. She was very well. You know what I mean? So I know her, but she works Bellway. I mean, I've known her that long.
Did you know Bob?
I've never had business, did you believe it or not, with them, ever. With, Bob the second or the third. I just never had nothing to do with it. We just, my business and theirs, we just never crossed out.
So this whole thing then, just all kind of started with Roy's slates and then progressed from there, based on what Roy was saying. Bill's not, I will get the money back for you for a fee, and then it just went from there. And then orders were given, and then it went to there, and Roy slates was aware, and Billy Barker was trying to get the money back for him, and
He was, but I'm not pretty, he's a big teddy bear.
yeah.
Roy, he didn't want nobody hurt, he didn't want, he didn't nothing like that.
What was his reaction when, just after the situation around Stangeland, after Charles Stangeland got shot?
He just, I wasn't gonna do that, I was gonna do that.
And that was Roy.
Yes.
Saying that.
Yeah. Yeah.
What was Martin's reaction?
Don't worry about that. They should have been, he's like, that's no big deal, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, they'll never figure out who did that. That's part of it. I'm so nervous as hell ever since it happened. We while it was going on.
Where do you go first?
Can't tell you. And that.
You got a bike? Really got a bike?
Well, you got 3 working. Hopefully, things, a condo in Branson, going on down to Canal. Really, what is that? For the time sure, for anything, what?
Back in, October, you and Derek went down to Florida. What was the reason for that?
I was going down there.
You let to get away from this year, or?
Basically, that, and there was having school trouble. And just gonna get them down here, I think those work. And that's what it was.
Barker told me that he was planning on moving down there too. So his condo was taken out.
Yeah, that's on the other side of the state, we took it where I was.
You were just trying to get away from him. One of the things there.
And I know, I can go work with those companies about more on that side. They'll work in the truck all the time, just hauling things back in and getting ready to ship them out.
What was supposed to be your cover story as far as on this last trip you took, when you got a roller? What was the cover story as far as waiting the Gongo sale?
But basically, it wasn't one, I just looked at each other and I said, well, I just came up here with a film machine. I don't know.
There's never anything about Oklahoma City or anything like that? Did you tell anybody you were going to Oklahoma City? I think something was said.
What are you talking about, Oklahoma City?
The trailer got a county down there.
I heard something about Oklahoma City.
Was that the cover story, we go back down to, that you were going down to Oklahoma City to get the truck, or the trailer?
What, around home?
Yeah.
Or was that,
Before you left from New Jersey, before you picked up more, was that the cover story, the reason why you were going to be gone was to go down to Oklahoma City and pick up the truck?
no, to Arkansas to, meet with the broker, on the load that was on the trailer and the fact like that. And that's another screwed up deal, I basically forgot about that. When you buy that thing, it's nothing to the port of stolen, get it deposit. So they don't know if how damage they would report it stolen now. But they work in Oklahoma City.
you think is,
So much has happened so quick, I don't know.
you still have any other local deals or not for things different, you know?
He's always running off, well, like, you got up to the house, I don't know. He took over the bedroom and all that because he was so, he couldn't make the stairs up to the front. And of course, he got a computer set up in there, so if he didn't have his ass pop in my room, he was in the bedroom now. So,
His girlfriend, you said? And she,
well, he had like mushroom, you know, or something.
she think he was the same boy?
Oh, yeah.
She said, hang on.
I don't know because they were always, you know, she was always leaned over and whispering in her ear and, you know, stuff like that. You could tell she'd get mad if they sit there and that's what they were.
And what they were done.
I don't know, but, I can't really think they had a real happy relationship. You know what I mean?
Did he ever shoot going off the line?
He claimed he was trying to kill himself, you know, in the bathroom, and so just off the bedroom. He claimed he was. Now, I'll tell you what, you're not gonna dance, are you? Okay, well, besides he's got, so that was just, like I told her, that's a different solution, yeah,
He said, why are you trying to kill him?
because he had messed up at supper that night and disgraced her somehow, so he needed to be touched. And being Bonnie ride, wouldn't knock the shit out of punch it or, you know, try to get in the wall, whatever, he's gonna take care of himself.
How many guns did you have today?
But I think, it was, a Model 12, a bed, a Model 12. The limits of stone on the cross gun, Model 12, the fancy wood. That's a gun that's on the coming straight, traction. There's another Model 12, that's a 3-inch magnum with a Model 12. An old Mossberg, 12 gauge, you know, just one my dad built it. There's an old, Remington, that looks like, Browning, on the, you know, it looks like an automatic Browning, but it's a Remington, model Remington. One of the little Remington with the nylon stocks, stove, 22, that was Remington. A bolt action, yeah. Bolt action, Remington, it's 300 Savage caliber, so that's nominal, with elevations on it. My son's, they have got it for the name, they go to my name, his name, River 22. Dad's spreadsheet, I think his name is, the name, over under some real fancy work, is all the secondary to issue. They got a Beretta, automatic, you know, like offset pad, like offset protection, automatic, automatic. My Browning, over under. Well, the Frenchie and the Browning were 2K part cases. They weren't even put together. There's no 410. That goes on safe every time the bolt action is dressed up. Couple Smith and Wessons. 6-inch stainless steel and 4-inch nickel. A 22 Ruger pistol. With that nickel. For stainless steel too. Is like this. Yeah, another snort, I just can't pick it up. Does that sound right? I mean, those together, sound?
Yeah. Did you say cookies when you all had?
I traded a Model 12 out of Kearney, Nebraska, with a belt. I got money back. I had another old model car that, you know, just trading around to me. At $350, but if they gave me 700 for it, so I got, what was it, safe that's in my back room. At 300 and the safe, the gun I gave you, you know, no particular gun to be over, there's no more stuff in my part. And never figured out how to run the combination on the safe. I never had figured out how to run it, because it didn't work like the other safe, that, you know, I had built in at the time to get my eyes. But it never figured that thing out, so.
I just wonder why I was like,
And then, when something happened, oh, Ken and Billy, up in Butler. I don't remember how long ago, but it's while I was on the first trip to Jersey. For some reason, they had all the guns, they had to take all the guns out of the house. And I said, what in the fuck did you do with my guns? And my brother said, don't you worry about it. They had to leave the house. I said, no, you don't understand. Those are my grandpas, my, you know, my dad, my uncle, I said, those guns mean a lot to me. Well, no, there are any scratches if that's what you're worried about. Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. You know, I'm pissed off. You know, like, I'm sure you would like to go grab your gun. You know, I don't want my stuff touched like that. You know, nothing there. Well, and you can tell. You do the powder test on, you know, Derek's only 22 is a good job. The rest of them haven't been for years. You know, they just haven't been. You know, the guns leave up and left alone. No, everything has to leave. It's different.
did the guns come back after that point?
No, and I didn't know they were over Tina's house. I don't know when they ended up at Tina's house. But she told me that you guys found them over there. Tina. It's her nice, you know, I don't want to say just, I guess I deal around with each other, just, there's no, you know, there were no hot, heavy deal, it's just, you know, you know, basically, you know, she's got small problems. You know what I'm saying, I don't think hard to do it, so.
That's right.
I think so, we're starting to smoke a while. Please, and I know you.
Just a reminder on limitations,
Right.
no involvement whatsoever.
I've never had a harsh word with her. You know,
You didn't know.
and I guess I know her, but not let her, you know, told her when, you know, she's had her expedition or excursion. I had an excursion, fluid excursion with any districts like that. But no, I've always got along. We never went out, we never did, you know, we're just always friends, you know, we're little brothers. You know, we're sort of sitting there, yeah, you know, never had a problem. Never. Never.
Do you think the building was surprisingly with everything we had going on?
In all honesty, I think it was to that point, because it was, he rode with him everywhere. Once he left, well, that was right after Memorial Day, when he put up with his wife, she kept the pickup, so he didn't have a ride, he rode with kids everywhere. And I don't remember when that happened with Belinda, you know, what the date was. You know,
Back in July.
it's like, he was riding everywhere. Him and Kim were, you know, always in the same building at the same time. And then she'd get told, oh, hey, we got talking. You know, so she'd go to the bedroom, she was in the living room, she'd go to the kitchen or whatever, you know, but he always rode with her. So, you know, and I'm sure they'll have to cover that for him, but no, the neighbors never mentioned.
One of the first things you can put down.
We saw some of the guys out here putting over a brick.
I've got much love to it. And what I want to say, my inventory or whatever, but I wish that, you know, they got their chain link thing back here. I go out, I knew there would be some degrees today. And then I go out there. I do my 30 times. if that's temperature. So not how they want those out of the hot thing. They've got a rec room, but can we get it in? Yeah, you got the stainless, everything you see, and well, okay, kind of, please, for collection, we'll be working with what you do, instead of the other tables and getting hold you. Some people blanket up into a little square out like that, try to make a cushion out of it, and that can watch TV. I don't know, up to 16 or 5 in G, the last number, like I ran, hopefully there's 18 of them. So 2 of them just leave on the floor, the one guy was saying for years. I think there's something that you can for about 200 people that have a 400 or a 4-story courthouse. This is the source of income, so it is really something. I wouldn't doubt it for, well, but you know, well, see, we're more out of here, but there's like there's, you know, there's a, right, one of them. Well, you sure? Thank you. Don't know whether they'll get projects paid for another neighbor.
That's it. Good stuff, thank you.
If we could pass those transcripts down to your right, and Dan, if you don't mind collecting them. Give them back to Mr. Martin.
Thank you, Judge.
If you need a moment to get organized, that's fine, but I believe you have additional questions for the witness.
Yes, sir, thank you. Officer, I want to turn your attention to January 18th, so just going ahead a few days, 2010. Did you again speak with Mr. Stangeland?
Yes. January 18th, is that?
January 18th?
January 18th, yes, sir.
Okay. Where did that interview take place?
Vernon County Sheriff's Office.
Now, how did this second interview come about? What led to it? 'Cause we just heard a pretty lengthy interview between you, Detective Simmons, and the defendant. Why did you speak to him again a few days later? Do you remember? And maybe a better way to ask you, do you recall if you reached out to him or did he reach out to you? Do you want to provide some additional information?
In my statement, I had put that after they were placed in our jail, that Mr. Stangeland wanted to talk with.
Okay. So as you recall it, you wanted to provide some more information.
Yes, sir.
And did you give him an opportunity to do that?
Yes, sir.
And was that the interview that took place on January 18th,
Yes, sir.
2010? This second interview, was that recorded as well?
Yes, sir.
Audio and video?
Yes, sir.
Prior to asking Mr. Stangeland additional questions, did you again advise him of his Miranda warnings?
Yes, sir, I did.
Sir, I want to show you, we marked this as S-172. This is the transcript, S-173. So ask you to take a look at that for a moment. Sir, does that appear to be a transcript of the statement that you took of Mr. Stangeland on the 18th of January 2010?
Yes, sir.
And the disc that I just handed you, is that labeled, that disc?
Yes, sir.
How's it labeled? What does it say?
It's labeled VCSO interviews William Barger, Douglas Stangeland.
Very good. Does that appear to be a disc of the interview of Doug Stangeland on the 18th of January 2010?
Yes, sir.
Before we get to that particular disc, I want to ask you a few questions about the statement that we just listened to. As you heard it, did this individual admit to participating in both the home invasion and the kidnapping of Jeff Palmer?
Yes, sir, it did.
Do you still have the transcript of the statement that we just listened to up with you?
Yes, sir.
I'd ask you to go to page 4 of that transcript and just, if you could, just read it to yourself. I'll direct you more to the bottom of the page. Did this defendant, Mr. Stangeland, did he tell you how long he knew Billy Barger?
Yes, sir, it did.
How long did he say he knew him?
It was around 10 years. If I remember correctly. 10, 12 years.
10, 12 years? Okay. And this may take a moment or two, but I'd like you to go to pages 5 and 6. And just read that to yourself. Okay. Did this defendant tell you how he became a member of this claimed chapter of the Hells Angels Motorcycle Club?
Yes, sir.
And what did he tell you? Did he tell you that he was forced to join or that he was requested?
The nature of the question.
How did he tell you, sir, that it came about that he became a Hells Angel?
He said that Billy Barger made contact with him, told him he was going to start up a chapter of the Hells Angels Club.
At any time, did Mr. Stangeland indicate that he was forced in any way to join?
No, sir.
Do you recall, I noticed throughout much of the transcript, there were several requests for a cigarette made by Mr. Stangeland. At some point, was he allowed to have a cigarette?
Yes, sir.
Who accompanied him outside to have a cigarette?
I did.
Did he reference seeing during the kidnapping of Jeff Mueller motorcycle patch or club, a biker that had a 1% patch? Do you recall anything like that?
Yes, sir.
What did this defendant say? Do you remember?
He made reference to that somewhere along the way, either to or from, that he saw individual wearing biker patch.
Okay.
That was part of some biker club, like the Dragos or something like that. I'm not real certain about that. And that he was enthralled, or it's kind of like a real, how would you would describe, real eager seeing that, and excited about seeing that.
From your dealings with this individual right here, all the times you spoke to him, all the time that you spent with him, did it appear to you that he was pretty excited, pretty stoked about being a Hell's Angel?
I'm sorry, can you repeat
Did it
that?
seem like he was pretty excited about being a Hell's Angel? It was something that he enjoyed, a status that he liked?
At one point, yes, sir.
The idea, and I'd ask you to take a look at page 8. Sir, the idea of recovering Roy Slate's money, this roughly $500,000, who did this defendant say brought the idea of recovering that money to Billy Barger? Who brought it to Billy Barger's attention?
Dr. Stangeland?
He did?
Yes, sir.
So, Billy Barger wouldn't have known anything about it.
Objection, Your Honor. Come on up, please.
So, officer, based on what this defendant told you, how did Billy Barger find out about this $500,000?
Judge Stangeland told Billy Barger.
Judge, the next area that I would go over with this witness would be the statement on the 18th of January. That statement is roughly a half hour or so. It's about 12:15. I could proceed with it now, or you
I
could do it
think
after the break.
maybe we should do it after lunch. Is there anything else that you can accomplish in the remaining minutes, or not really? And I don't want you to make stuff up just to fill it out. So you think we should break and then we'll set it up for
I can
the
keep
second?
going, actually, Judge.
But again, it's not the end of the world,
It's okay.
either way. Okay.
Sure, what we've marked is S-174. Ask if you can take a look at that. Sir, you recognize that document?
I do.
After you conducted your interview on the 18th with this defendant,
Yes, sir.
did he ask for the opportunity to write down some additional information for you? Did he want to give a handwritten statement?
Yes, sir.
And is that the handwritten statement?
Yes, sir, it is.
Judge, unless there is an objection, I'd actually like to move that into evidence. Is there any objection?
I think it needs to be addressed on video, Judge, first.
Okay, I think what we'll do, so we can sort out any legal questions, I will excuse the jury. You'll have access to the best seats in Newton, because you'll get out there a little early.